channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel for the first time. My name is Elizabeth. I am a Cincinnati, Ohio based wedding and boudoir photographer. I'm actually in a boudoir studio this morning, so if you hear anything outside, just ignore it. There's also trains too. If you're new to my channel, I was shooting with a Nikon D750 for a couple of years, and this past year I upgraded to a mirrorless Sony A7iii, and I've had a lot of questions about switching camera brands and just my opinion on things. So I thought I would sit down and make a video on the differences and whether or not I regret switching brands. So my Nikon D750, I absolutely love this camera. This was my first full frame camera, and when I was using this, my business really just took off. I had upgraded to this from a D5100, which was a very limited edition camera that they made. So this was a huge improvement, and I upgraded to the Sony A7iii. Right now I have a 24-70 lens on it, so it looks very massive compared to the Nikon. There are tons of videos out there comparing the technical aspect of everything, switching from Nikon to Sony, upgrading to a mirrorless camera, all of that. This video is not going to have any technical stuff in it, but I'm just going to sit down and tell you as a friend, because when I was contemplating switching, there was just so much that went into my mind about it. So I just want to sit down and tell you what I think. The reason that I wanted to make a switch is because I did want to upgrade to mirrorless, so better in low light. And I just know that that's the future of where photography is going. So that's why I wanted to switch to mirrorless. I didn't know if I wanted to stick with Nikon and go with one of the Z series cameras, or if I wanted to completely just switch over to Sony. A couple things went into this. Number one, my second shooter that I use for weddings, going through her photos to edit them, they're always so sharp. And I would literally text her after the wedding and be I cannot believe how sharp your photos are. And she's I swear it's my camera. She had the same camera that I have now, the Sony A7iii. And so one day we just scheduled a day to go out and just play around, and literally just playing with her camera for the day convinced me that I just needed to try it. So if you are on the fence, if you have a friend who has a camera that you want to upgrade to, that would be great. Or you can always rent your camera, your brand and model that you want, and play around with it for a weekend, a day or two, whatever, just to see. But yeah, so she convinced me to make the switch. I will admit that there was a learning curve. Number one, I just how the Nikon D750 handles. I just feel this is so much more comfortable for my hand compared to how small this body is. Yes, it's lighter and stuff, and obviously smaller, but my hands will cramp after holding it all day for a wedding, just because this is harder to hold on to because it's smaller than this one is. This is just more comfortable for me. I absolutely love how this rarely misses focus. It is so sharp and incredible, and I cannot say enough great things about that. However, there is I'm a very true to life color editor. I like things how they really look. I just want to enhance that color, and the presets that I spent years on, they're just, I don't want to say that it's not it, but it took a long time to adjust those. I feel just in my opinion, Sony has just straight out of camera, the photos are just more of a greener tint, I guess, than my Nikon was. And I know that people are going to say, well, Nikon and Sony, they have the same processor or whatever for making them. And yes, I know that, but that's for if they're both mirrorless. This is DSLR. This is not mirrorless. So no matter what, switching from this to a Nikon mirrorless or a Sony mirrorless, I'm gonna have differences in colors anyway, so it wasn't sticking with Nikon was going to solve that problem. But I feel that was just the biggest hurdle for me to jump through, is that yes, it was different. Yes, it took time to adjust things. But what I love about this, other than how sharp it is and everything, is the viewfinder. That's the live viewfinder. I know that a lot of cameras do this now, but this is just incredible that I can I don't have to waste time testing my lighting or anything. I just change it, and you can see how it is, and they're what? That's crazy. I absolutely love that about this. This, I have to test a bunch of shots and then see what the back of camera looks like. This, literally, the live view is just amazing. I never understood why people before would say, oh yeah, I never use the viewfinder, I always just use live view, like I just hold it, and I was like, that is crazy, because I would always be like one of these people. Nope, I never use the viewfinder anymore. I love the live view mode, and it's just so incredible. I also really do like how this has a silent shooting mode. I've had, it was actually just a couple weeks ago, I had a family session with a little family, and they had an autistic son, and turning silent shooting on this camera, like to have it on for that, was like game changer. The sound was bothering him before, so I just went in, turned it off, and there weren't any more problems with it. So that is a huge perk. Like weddings, you can silent shoot during ceremonies and stuff and not make any noise. Like that was just something on here that I really appreciate having now. I didn't think I needed it before, but now that I have it, I love it. Basically, when it comes down to it, yes, I switched. There are things I miss about this camera, like how the body holds. I miss the colors for my editing, but like I'm making adjustments to this. This is awesome and incredible. I love it. I'm gonna buy a second body this within the next few months to upgrade my collection. I'm gonna try to sell my Nikon. I just, like, now that I've switched to Sony, it's incredible. I also use this for video now because I do a lot of like video work for a company on the side for like commercials and stuff for them. I love it. I know that you guys, if you've been following my channel, I'm filming right now with the Sony ZV-1 for like a vlogging camera. I hate this thing, but it makes me want to swear off Sony forever. But now that I have this, I'm like, okay, I love this. I just don't like the little baby version of like their vlogging camera. I'll stick with my Canon for that, but I really just wanted to make a quick sit down video, tell you guys what I like, what I don't like, just so like I know that when you're doing research, I know I'm in a lot of photography groups, people ask this all the time, should I switch from my D750 to a Sony A7iii? And I mean, I can't make decisions for you, but I have absolutely zero regrets. It's a learning curve, but it's a learning curve that's worth it. All of my photos are so sharp, and they are just like, it's a world of difference. Once you switch, like ever since I bought this new camera, I have not used this once. I used it to test the shutter count on it, to sell it, and that was it. So I have zero regrets. I hope this video helped you. If you want all the technical differences between the two of them, that's somewhere on the internet already. Best of luck making your decision, but if you want my personal opinion, I say absolutely it's worth the switch. If you're in between Nikon mirrorless or Sony mirrorless, one of the big reasons I went with Sony is because they have just been in the mirrorless game so much longer. They have a huge variety of like lenses and stuff, and I just feel like Nikon's mirrorless game isn't there. When I was looking into more of like the entry and mirrorless level Nikon cameras, they didn't have like the dual card slots and stuff, and I know they're fixing all that now. And that, like when I was looking to make the switch, it was just about like this time a year ago, so I know they made a lot of changes, but just for me personally, that was a big deal when I made the decision at the time. I'm looking to upgrade cameras now. I like the A7iii so much that I'm pretty sure I would stick with this instead of getting the A7 IV, which I mean, I have to do more research, but I just like this that much. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I have a lot of photography related videos coming out within the next couple of weeks. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see them when they come out. And thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!